In May 2026, the tech sector hit a financial wall. A stubborn 3.8% inflation rate crushed hopes that the Federal Reserve would lower interest rates. Extended periods of high borrowing costs punish growth-oriented tech companies, and the market reacted immediately. Investors aggressively dumped software equities, sending stocks like SoundHound AI and Akamai into steep, single-day declines. The message from Wall Street had shifted. The market stopped subsidizing speculative artificial intelligence growth and began demanding immediate capital efficiency and positive cash flow. Stripped of cheap capital, tech companies faced an acute crisis. To survive, they had to locate and eliminate their most expensive operational bottlenecks. They needed a way to remove human overhead from the software lifecycle. At the time, coding models like Claude and Codex were already proficient at writing complex logic, but that intelligence was trapped inside local developer environments. Pushing that code to the live internet required a human operator. A person had to open browsers, create cloud accounts, type in credit card details, configure DNS records, and manually copy API tokens. That barrier collapsed over the weekend of May 17th. Developers realized a single prompt could now trigger a complete software deployment, cascading across the internet in seconds. This seamless pipeline exists because platforms like Cloudflare and Stripe restructured cloud architecture to give AI its own financial wallet. When the architecture of the internet was formalized in the late 1990s, the status code HTTP 402 was officially reserved for payment required. For almost 30 years, it sat dormant, acting as a placeholder for a native digital cash system that never materialized. The Machine Payments Protocol, or MPP, brings that code back to life. It replaces the clunky graphical checkout forms we use to buy goods, providing a standardized, programmatic interface designed specifically for machines. Under this protocol, an AI agent attempting to access a paid resource hits a cryptographic challenge. In milliseconds, the agent evaluates its approved budget, generates a mathematically signed token proving its authorization, and passes right through. To prevent an AI from getting stuck in an infinite loop and draining a bank account, Stripe strictly enforces a default $100 monthly spending limit directly on the server side, keeping the hard ceiling out of the agent's control. By removing the human authorization step, autonomous agents can now execute thousands of real-time, sub-second financial negotiations across the web. An agent building a real-world product requires integration across dozens of independent infrastructure providers. The Stripe Projects protocol allows the AI to simultaneously provision databases from Supabase, front-end hosting from Vercel, and analytics from PostHog. As the agent provisions these services, it securely extracts the generated API connection strings from every provider and automatically injects them into a unified, encrypted vault. But granting an AI direct control over an organization's cloud infrastructure creates a significant attack surface. If a language model executes arbitrary, hallucinated code on a local machine, it could overwrite critical files or exfiltrate sensitive data. To fully neutralize this threat, Cloudflare introduced code mode, executing all AI-authored scripts inside highly restricted microenvironments called V8 isolates. A V8 isolate is an air-gapped container that requires only a few megabytes of memory. It spins up in milliseconds, runs the agent's custom TypeScript code, and is immediately destroyed and discarded the moment execution concludes. Developers now have a zero-latency engine that grants machines financial autonomy while keeping their actual operations strictly isolated from human error. While venture capitalists praised the efficiency of this system, the software engineering community on platforms like Hacker News reacted with hostility. Senior developers recognized that delegating foundational setup to an agent also relinquishes architectural control. Their primary fear is the automation of malicious code. In May 2026, cybersecurity researchers discovered multiple malware payloads actively circulating within the NPM package registry, waiting for developers to accidentally download them. If a human types a popular package name incorrectly, they usually catch the error. But if an autonomous agent hallucinates the spelling, calling for Axois instead of Axios, it will autonomously pull a Golang-based botnet straight into the codebase. Once infected, the agent operates exactly as it was designed to. It uses its financial wallet to buy a domain, provisions a server, and attaches a global botnet to the internet, all in a matter of seconds, without a single human reviewing the code. The exact frictionless protocols built to streamline enterprise cloud deployment also serve as a high-speed distribution system for digital attacks. Despite these security anxieties, the financial incentives driving agentic commerce are difficult to ignore. In a recent Odd Lots interview, Stripe President John Collison pointed out exactly where this technological shift leads. Collison argued that the traditional internet structure, humans typing keywords into search engines, scrolling past ads, and filling out multi-page checkout forms, is becoming an archaic way to interact with commerce. For mundane purchases, consumers will stop browsing. Instead, they will prompt a personal agent to buy a specific product, and that agent will negotiate the purchase directly with a retailer's API, using mathematically signed tokens. This shift replaces rigid, seat-based subscriptions with granular, real-time micropayments. An application will no longer be billed at a flat monthly rate. Instead, it will be billed per compute cycle and per API inference call in real time. The internet is moving away from visual interfaces built to capture human attention. It is becoming an API-driven neural network, where algorithms hold their own capital, negotiate pricing, and build the next generation of the digital economy.